What's happening, everybody? Boy Big Brando. I'm right here with the man Stan Banks.
What up, what up?
For the people that don't know who you are, I'm pretty sure if they're subscribed to me, they're already subscribed to you. Let people know what they can find on your channel.
All right, man, my brand is called T-Shirt Side Hustle, and I help people start T-shirt businesses from home. I also help them with branding, but it's more about just helping people get started with the business side of it. You know, everything I've done up to this point has been showing people how to price, showing them how to print, and then showing them what I actually do every day in my day-to-day printing job. I go live a lot, and everything I teach you how to do in a 10-minute video, you will find me live probably like 3-4 times a day, actually working for an hour, 2 hours, and then breaking it down like, you know, this is what I'm doing again, and this is how much this person is paying and stuff like that. So you can really learn to make money, whether you need an extra $1,000 because you're working for $10 an hour and you know you can't survive off of that.
That's right.
And when I started my YouTube channel, I was that person working $10 an hour, like with a daughter, and trying to figure out how, you know, I needed more money, and it just wasn't coming. I had a college degree. That's the craziest part.
Shit.
A degree in computer science, a minor in graphic design. And I really had to take control of everything. Security wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, I got that. So with doing all that, right, teaching people how to do shit, the branding, all that stuff, when you first got on to printing shirts, did you start out saying I want to start my own brand, or do I want to print for other people? Because I know when I jumped on, or when I met you through YouTube, you had a shop and you were screen printing and you were doing vinyl at the same time. So was the intention to start your own brand, or was it always to print for other people?
The intention was neither, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? My thing was, I only had one job my whole life, and that was that security job, and that was, you know, I needed insurance and stuff. Well, I thought I needed the security, having my daughter full-time or whatever the case was. So what ended up really happening was I went through this phase in college. I bounced around through a lot of things. So I started with teaching myself graphic design. Then I wanted to do websites, and then I knew that when I started doing websites, like, no, they suck. And it wasn't me doing the work, it was the photos that people were giving me. So I said, I'm gonna do photography. Next thing you know, people were calling me a professional photographer. I was getting paid to do photography, and I wanted to promote myself as a photographer. I went all to H&M and grabbed all of these blank shirts. All I collected probably took, you know, 2 boxes of shirts to the printer, and I got my logo printed up on them. And I was actually shocked as hell that people were paying $20, and it said Stan Banks Photography. Man, the logo it was a dope logo. Don't get me wrong, clean. It's funny, people still wear them shirts to the day and send me a picture. And I had this, and I ain't printed them probably since 2008. You know what I mean? But so that's kind of what happened. And the next thing you know, people started, hey, can you print mine? Can you print mine? I was making $1. I didn't even know what I was doing. I would charge them for design, and I would charge a screen fee because my printer didn't charge me a screen fee. So I would get like $60, and then I would make $1 per shirt. I had to pay $8, and I would charge $9. No idea about printing, no idea about nothing. So
that was really just the introduction into the game of t-shirt printing and shit like that,
I could design. That was the only thing that I could do. And so I really then I started searching for a cheaper printer. Then I started supplying my own shirts.
There you go.
And then honestly, my mentor took me in because I walked into a shop looking for a cheaper price. I knew I could get less, and I walked into a shop and he was actually a substitute teacher of mine. And you know, he gave me game, you know what I mean? And he allowed me to start printing for him and still be my own self. And, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, it takes a village to raise somebody. And I had a lot of people give back to me, and then I wanted to give back. So I had no plans on even printing a shirt. It wasn't even a thought process.
Damn. Now, you came up the same way that I did in the t-shirt game. Was I knew of screen printing. I just didn't know how to do it. So I just walked into shops and then started asking questions. You know what I mean? And then luckily somebody took me in and said, hey, man, if you really want to learn, I'll teach you the shit. You could come here and work and do the shit. And then from there, it just grew from there. You know what I mean? But it was the actual taking that first step to go out there and do the shit, right?
I listened to your first podcast that you did. I listened to that joint, and I was just like, damn, it's like the same thing. Like we got the same story, whole different sides of the country. I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, but the struggle was the same.
That's right. So outside of that, going from now, or from when I started hooking up with you, was like around like 3 years ago, something like that, when I got on YouTube.
Very early.
And we started doing the same thing at the same time. And then I would watch your videos, and then I would see you doing screen printing, and then you also did the vinyl stuff. At that time, did you have your own brand, or were you working on anything for yourself?
I did a lot of stuff, bro. I got a lot of ideas, and I tried every last one of them. You know what I mean? So I had a brand for the state of Delaware.
There you go.
And that ended up turning into my book, Niches Bring Riches.
Okay.
And then I did a black college, a historically black college brand.
Yeah.
Which boom, I made like 20 grand in a month, and then it was like maybe 2 months. But I disappeared, bro. I was like overworked, and I was playing the PayPal game. I had no idea. I went to the post office, bro, with I had like a $750 bill for $3 packages. I was like behind like hell. But you know, I put it out, and that ended up turning to Niches Bring Riches. So those are the brands. Like, I try to create niche market brands, the things I care about, and like and so those are the brands that I made. Now I got a brand called Gourmet, and it's because I like to eat food. I got here, I'm like, yo, where I gotta go eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to eat. And Gourmet, I don't mean like 5-star restaurants. I mean places it's only right here in the heart of this place, you know, in Los Angeles. I went to Holy Moly and Roscoe's Chicken and Wild Foods, and like some places are changed, but I want to come to the West Coast. I want to be a West Coast, you know, experience the West Coast life, the places you guys eat, stuff like that. So everything I do is around stuff that I like to do. It's not like, you know, just anything else. So
hell yeah. So when you start like talking about doing the brands and teaching people how to do niches to riches, when you do that, is the goal to teach somebody step by step how to do the shit, or is the goal to help them to where they could fly on their own? You know what I mean? Because I get a lot of people that hit me up and they'll want their hand held through the whole process, and then you get the people that ask the questions and then they get the information and they run with the information right away. You know what I mean?
Bro, so I answer every text, every DM, every YouTube comment myself.
There you go.
And I know at some point, I said it early, like at some point you better take advantage of it, because I'm not going to be able to do this all the time.
That's right.
And I feel bad if I miss or stuff like that. People really have to go get the information on their own. The books, I didn't even want to charge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I give all the videos, you just have to take the time to cipher through all of the videos. Yeah. But if you want a shortcut, then I have wrote the book, and that was what it's for. So, you know, it's hard for us, you know, even coming out here, bro. I was overwhelmed yesterday. I almost forgot about a meet and greet I'm on a flyer for. Like, if Matt from Rhinestone World and Ride, we were talking, he said, you know, Silky Socks has this thing. I'm like, oh shit. I'm sitting here talking to you. I sat down in a restaurant. I need to be way over here. This is an hour away.
They're like in Orange County somewhere.
It's a $65 Uber Lyft ride across. So, you know, it is hard on us, you know, as content creators to talk to every person. So, you know, my thing is I'm working on e-courses and stuff like that to send people to. If you want to spend the money to get it all in one place and have a structured course that you can follow, I'll give it to you. But you don't have to pay for anything that I do. That was one thing I was adamant about. I really wanted the companies to pay me. And that's what I'm working on, and networking and stuff like that. So I didn't want to hide any information. You know, I'm trying to get people that extra $300,000 that they need to make life more comfortable.
That's right.
And I didn't feel comfortable saying, you know, hey, $500 and I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to spend the $500 and you want one-on-one, I'll give it to you. If you want to ask a few questions, I'll answer every last one of them. But you know, I'm really at the point where it's like I in over my head. You know what I'm saying? So we really want you guys. I know you. The same thing. All of us, like, we want to help as many people as possible, but we can't do it on a one-to-one level and make the effect, or, you know, make the impact. That's my focus, to impact people's lives. I can't do that on a one-to-one scale and scale it, you know, to help millions of people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing, is a lot of people don't understand, like, content creators like me, Stan, Rye, it could be anybody. Saying the way that we do stuff is we want to help everybody. But what everybody doesn't realize is when you got 500, 600 messages within 2 hours of just being on the live that you got to go back and forth with, that's like a full-time job in itself, outside of printing shirts and making videos and doing all this other shit. So for myself, it got to the point where if I was getting the same repetitive question, then I just make a video about it, right? And then I would just link people to the video, like, hey, I just made a video answering this question, go check it out. And then it got to the point where I was getting the same questions over and over, and I just made the video and they're still asking the same questions. I'm like, man.
I put together a blog post. Everybody asked me, where do I start? What equipment should I buy? So I put together a blog post. That was probably the best thing that I ever did. I can just go link in the bio on Instagram, or check the blog. I wrote 2 articles. You read there and then come back with questions.
Yeah.
If you don't take the time to read those, then I can't help you because you just want me to walk your hand. Well, pay me $1,000 and I'll walk you through it.
That's
and
exactly
I really do not want to do that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just. It's honestly taxing, man.
The way that I figured it out was how much money I'm leaving on the table if I'm going out to help somebody for free and help, and like literally holding somebody's hand to like, hey, this is the link here, this is what you got to buy, this is what you got to get. The money I'm leaving on the table by not printing shirts and not doing my own marketing,
you got to pay
I'm
for
losing
that.
a ton of money. You know what I mean?
You got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people see that, and to me, I don't never want to take no money from nobody. I do brand, like I'll consult with different brands, right? But these are established brands that are already profitable and going somewhere. You know what I mean? For a startup, it's not worth it to give me money
when you got to get the equipment and you barely pinching the pennies on the budget like that. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm closing up the entry level stuff. You know, I'm going to be doing hands-on courses which are very, very affordable. Yeah. But the next step is to get into, you know, I have people who I've helped start from zero and now they're in a shop, or the people who want to immediately, you know, they have $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to buy equipment and stuff, and they want that hands-on. So that's the next phase of what I'm going to be doing. But you know, it's really like, I mean, we can't say it enough, man. You got to take the initiative, and we're here to make it easy. Our videos are the videos that we wish we had. I wish, you know, I bought Ryanet's pricing thing and it was like shop overhead. I'm like, what? I ain't got none of that, so I'm just making all this money. But you know what I mean? So I put all of that content together because it was what I couldn't find on the internet. So that's how this thing was. And you know, we're here to help. We make the content to help you guys, so you don't go through those pains. But you still have to get out here and get it on your own. You know what I mean? And especially when you got to do your own work, right? So we could help you with the information, get started, do shit. This is the equipment to buy. This is how you could do it. These are some marketing tactics that you could use. But if you don't apply the shit for yourself, all that information's useless. You know what I mean? And you cannot sit behind a brand new Instagram profile with 0 people post a picture. That's right. And expect $1,000. Yo, I just deja vu this exact moment of me and you sitting here and somebody yelling from the side. I swear on everything I love, I don't believe in a lot of stuff, but I just seen this moment of this happen. I swear on everything I love, bro. That's right. So you got the e-courses coming out. You already got your book, and it's not an ebook, it's a hard copy book. And the crazy shit about me doing ebooks was at the time when I wasn't even planning on doing ebooks. We were talking already, and he was like, I got a book coming out, I'm gonna be doing this. Right after that conversation, I jumped on Reddit, and on Reddit I seen somebody pretending to be him, pretending to be me, selling courses and information packaged up in PDF files. So I immediately hit him up and I said, hey, somebody's selling your information, they're selling my information, we got to get out in front of this thing. He went the hard book route, which is crazy, and then I went the ebook route, you know what I mean? But for me, I never even wanted to even sell that kind of information because I didn't think it's... Me either, bro. Yeah, like for a startup, I price mine as affordable as possible for anybody coming up, right? It's $15. And for me, the information shared in there is just a breakdown of vendors that I've tried, because I've tried thousands of Plastisol transfer vendors. Not all of them worked out. You know what I mean? Because you got a lot of different formulas, but at the same time, shit cracks. It feels thick. It doesn't look good. It doesn't sit right on t-shirts. So that's why I package things up on the brands that I actually use for all of my brands. You know what I mean? The transfer companies that I use. And I know you do the same exact thing with your ebooks. It's broken down, detailed on how to do stuff like niches to riches. It's going to give you the full breakdown. Am I correct? Very, very step by step. I wrote the books that I wanted to read. I was a kid, 3 grade levels behind in reading. I never thought I'd be an author. I didn't read a book, and I wouldn't even call it a real book. You know what I'm saying? Until I was 23 years old. So I wrote the book straight to the point, no fluff. All information. And funny story, I wanted to create a bunch of $10 books. Until I wrote them, and I sent it to you. I sent it to Reyes, and I'm like, yo, what do y'all think? And I asked a few people, like, you know, my core following. I'm like, yo, what's it worth? And you know, I studied Nipsey Hussle. And I was like, you know, what's book worth $100? I gave up every aspect. Every book stands on its own. It's not you got to buy this one to buy that one. Buy this one. People could break that up, and that's what I would have had to do in order to sell a $10 book. But I feel like my books are worth $100, and you know, I could be, say, you know, sell 50 shirts and you'll make your money back. Sell 5 shirts, you'll make your money back. But it's no ploy. The same information in the books, you can go through all of them videos and find. Exactly. You don't have to buy the books. And funny story about the books, bro. When I wrote that book and put it out, I was down to my last $1,000, dog. And it cost me about $8 to put the book out.
To get them out?
To put the book out.
Yeah.
To buy the ISBN, to print the hard copies, and I signed every one of them. And I was in Atlanta trying to get out of depression. Yeah. And I had to catch a flight home. So all that had to fit in $1,000. And I went back home broke because I hadn't printed a shirt for a while. I went to Atlanta to clear my mind and just, you know, I had disappeared off YouTube for a while, stuff like that. So it's a real struggle. And we... The same problems they have in trying to start a t-shirt business we have as content creators as we started and stuff like that. So, you know, we got to get out here and get it. We trying to get it. We don't know what we doing all the time. And, you know what I mean? Talking to companies, don't know what to say and all of that stuff. But it's a grind, man.
That's the cool thing is we went to a industry mixer on Friday. And the crazy thing is we look the way we look, right? We don't fit into the normal business, corporate type of shit, right? But we get up in there and we're in our own element, but at the same time, we're just with different people, right? And now we're in the same conversations with these corporate leaders. We're in the same conversations with these people. Basically, I mean, we was dressed exactly the same.
This, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? We came straight from the show.
Bro, I was like, my man Brandon over here tatted back of his neck, and here I am, baggy jeans, you know what I'm saying? And we just ourselves, and that's the easiest person to be. A lot of these people, companies and stuff like that, you know, they're trying to be the company, and we're just trying to be ourselves. We are our own products and stuff like that. But I said that to say they can do the same thing. No matter what business they run, anybody can do it.
Anybody
you just have to
get
put
in
that
this.
work in, man.
That's right, and that's what it comes down to. I'm glad you said that, is putting the work in. Actually going forward with just the idea, taking that first step to say, you know what, let me risk it all for this idea, right? If the idea is worth something to you, you got to be able to risk that shit, man. And that's the fine line of people that watch our videos. I know it's like that for your subscribers too, is a lot of people watch my videos, but who's actually going to use the information that's shared in the video, you know what I mean? And a lot of times it could be somebody just being timid, you know what I mean? They could be hard on themselves and say, I got this idea, but I don't want to put it out because I don't know what the world's going to say about it. But you got to be able to take that shit and just say, fuck it, I'm going to put it out to the world.
Real quick on that note, you know, I always tell people when they ask me what I think about design, I'm not your target market. I can give you the technical, like I would tweak this or that. But I say I'm not your target market unless I am. Then I'll give you my opinion that way. But the market decides, man. I got that from Gary Vee. You know, put it out to the world and let them decide. You might think I might think something stupid, crazy, nice, and I'm like, everybody should buy this. But at the end of the day, you know, the market's going to say yes or no, and then whatever it is that they say yes to, just run it into the ground, man.
And the market ain't going to lie either, man.
No question.
And it'll tell you straight up, you know what I mean? And that's the humbling feeling when you put something out that you put some hard work into, and then you put it out and nobody buys the shit. It's happened to me a gang of times, you know what I mean?
Man, I need to reconsider.
I think I got a home run, and then I put the shit out, I put a lot of money behind it, and the shit don't work out. I'm like,
no question, man.
Yeah. But so ebooks, everything that you got going up, what's 2020 looking like for the channel, for the brands, for the business?
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest, I put a few videos out that were off topic. You know, that 2020 vision thing is real, man. You know, I've distancing myself from people who are energy zappers, as we call them in football. Like, you know, I had to, you know, I don't mean I don't love you, I don't like you, but some people can't go where you're going.
That's right.
And you know, I'm trying to attach to people, even like people who don't have as many followers. If you're on the wavelength, come on. If you ahead of me and you willing to bring me back, you know, I don't take anything personal. If we on the same level, we can do this collab and stuff like that, I'm on it. But 2020 is t-shirt side hustle. I'm trying to do a course every quarter. I'm trying to have 4 courses by the end of the year, and I want to move on to helping people actually go full time from the side hustle to the full hustle, and creating a whole separate little brand of itself, where, you know, now we done got that money. Now we feel it, we taste it. You know, we 3 years into the business, or a year into the business, and now it's time to ramp it up and really go after. And why can't you be the next big print company in your area? You know, like the same way I'm looking at it. Like, why can't I be speaking at these events and stuff like that? It's only a matter of time before they realize that we're the ones. If they don't give it to us, we gonna take it. You know what I mean? I hit you up like, I ain't gonna announce for me. You know what I mean? But listen, if they not gonna give it to us, we gonna create our own way. We created our own platforms. We had a following. We are the movement. If the company's not invested in educating the customer ourselves, they need us. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't wake up and realize it, then we need to build our own companies, and we'll win in the end because we care about them. And not the dollars. The dollars going to come as long as we take care of people. So you guys can find me if you want to interact with me, conversate on Instagram, T-shirt side hustle. If you can visit me on my website, tshirtsidehustle.com, on YouTube, T-shirt side hustle, or my name, Stan Banks. And we just gonna keep grinding, man.
That's right. I appreciate you, Stan.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I'm in your hood now. Next time I come. When he came
out to LA, he hit me up and said, "Hey, man, I'm out here." And when I seen that, I said, "Oh, it's all." I actually seen your video. You was at a printer supply warehouse. I said, "Oh shit, here in Long Beach."
And listen, I'm out here. They like, be safe. Don't walk over here. Like, I'm like, listen. If I die, I'm cool wherever I go, bro. Like, it's not even that.
That's right.
If I'm gonna go out swinging the way I want to go swinging, this, a lot of people are scared to leave their job, scared to do this, scared to do that. That's why the side hustle part of what I'm doing was important. But at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna die happy wherever I'm doing. I'm walking. I don't have no clue with my bag, my book bag, my suitcase and luggage somewhere in LA. Everything looks like GTA to me, and I'm just looking at stuff like that. But yeah, bro. I mean, next time I come out here, bro, I want to be riding. I want to go on a bike ride.
Let's do it.
I'm trying to get one. I need to borrow a bike, and I'm trying to go ride with the crew, man. And I really want to go places and experience, the atmosphere, the culture, and the graffiti, the West Coast vibes. You know what I'm saying? I might come out here and get tatted.
That's right.
It's been a while since I got tatted, man. I don't know if I can do all of this, but you know what I'm saying? So. Bro, appreciate you, bro. Thanks for having me and being receptive, man. And when we come out to the East Coast one day, maybe you come to a show out there.
I'm planning hopefully to do Atlantic City.
Hey, man, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I am there. We can go to Philly. We can hang out.
There we go.
And vibe out the same way I'm out here, bro.
That's right. Appreciate you guys. Any last words for them?
Hey, man, just hustle, bro. Just hustle, hustle, hustle. Never stop hustling. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.
There you go. You heard it from the man right here, man. Catch you guys on next one, man. Peace.